Welcome to Super at 60. Today I want to share with you our favorite 2-ingredient spaghetti sauce and some adorable homemade breadsticks. Alright, the 2 ingredients is as follows. Alright, you're going to have to choose your favorite spaghetti sauce. The jarred spaghetti sauce, something from the store, or maybe if you jar your own, can your own, you can use that as well. But anyway, I did get myself a Rao's, yes, and I love it. It's very, very good, but I don't use it all the time because I do make my own. And I also think that there's some pretty good ones out there too. Here's an Aldi one that I have. This is a specialty select premium Italian herb sauce, and this is an Aldi product, so you can easily do this as well. I'm gonna make dinner tonight for 2 because it's just Lou and I think what I'm gonna do, and what I really want you to look for, and this is really kind of important here, look for a sauce that has all the bells and whistles in it, like this one. This has Italian whole peeled tomatoes, olive oil, onion, salt, garlic, basil, black pepper, oregano. That's a lot of good stuff in there that you don't have to put in there because it's already in there. This one has Italian tomatoes, olive oil, onion, salt, garlic puree, garlic, water, dried basil, dried oregano, black pepper, and dried parsley. They both sound incredible. So I think since the Rao's is a little bit larger than this one, I think I'll save my Rao's for another time, for if I'm making it for a bigger group. But this one, I'm going to go ahead and use the lesser expensive of jars here. All right, so that's the first ingredient. Okay, that is the number 1 ingredient, and the number 2 ingredient are sausages. Italian sausage. Get some really good quality Italian sausage, either the hot, the mild, or the medium. I always go for the medium, but I'll tell you, the hot makes a really, really good sauce. There is so much flavor in this Italian sausage. The fennel is in there, and all other kinds of stuff is in there. A little bit of fat from the sausage is all in there and goes through the sauce that makes it so good. This is what makes every grandma's all day long sauce taste so good. It's the pork, it's the sausage, it's in there, and that's all you need. So let's get back to the pot down here and I'll show you exactly what to do, and we're almost done. All right, so that hot oil is in there and it is all ready to go. I'm gonna take out, since it's just Lou and I'm gonna take out 3 Italian sausage. And before I do anything, because I want all that sauce to come out, just take your little sausage here and take a fork and prick it really good, right through the skin, all the way through. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now on my cutting board here to all 3 of these. This is pretty important because you want those juices to fly out and into your sauce. It's one of the secrets. Oh, Lou is gonna be so excited tonight. How many times do I say that? Boy, what a lucky guy. All right, lots of holes in there now, and I think it's just about ready to go. It should sizzle real well when I put these in, and just leave them be. Yep. Okay, we're going to get a good brown on them, and then we're gonna put our sauce right in, and there's so much good flavor in here already. The sausage, the very, very good olive oil, and now the sauce is coming up next, and your dinner is almost done. All right, it's getting a really, really nice brown on it. You can see a little bit of brown on both sides of the well-pierced, remember again, I can't say this enough, well-pierced sausage. Make sure that the fork tines of the fork go all the way through, back and forth, back in front of the sausage. Okay, that looks so good. I'm going to turn it down to low. Just turn it way down to low now. And here goes just 1 jar of our fabulous, wonderful spaghetti sauce that you got at the store. All right, that will quiet that down. Now, if you're like me and you want to get every single bit of your sauce, I always take it to the sink or put some water in it. Swish it around a little bit, or sometimes I even just put the jar on it. Give it a good squish in there. And it will need a little bit of water anyway, so just so it doesn't get too thick. And there you go. Your sauce is done. Now, as soon as you just let it sit here for, oh, I don't know, an hour or so, whenever the sausage is done, All that browning is already adding so much flavor to this sauce. Right now, you just won't even believe it. 2 ingredients, that's it, and it's like grandma's right here. There you go, we'll check on it in just a little while. Let's get doing some other things in the kitchen today. Well, here I go again, making my absolutely favorite bread dough, my sourdough bread. Look at that dough, isn't it gorgeous? All the bubbles in there. It's been rising all night long, almost 18 hours actually. I'm gonna make some rolls today. I make them every single week, and I decided I'm gonna do something a little extra special today with this bread dough. But before I tell you about that, first of all, this bread dough, the recipe, the original recipe, is for 8 rolls. I find those rolls to be just too big, too bready, too much bread, and I just thought, you know, maybe I can make them, stretch them a little bit further. So today, I am going to try and get 12 rolls or 12 buns out of this same bread recipe that I have been using for a couple years now. And we'll see together whether it's going to work or not. Well, here I am just shaping them up. Sometimes sourdough, I'll give you a heads up on that. Those of you who don't do sourdough, it can be very, very sticky. So here I just put my little fingers in some water that I keep right close by me, and it just makes it perfectly shapeable. It's not sticky. You don't want to add any more flour than usual. Some people like to use a little bit of oil. I prefer using water. Just shape the balls and put them on the tray. And then I had this idea that, maybe tonight with our 2 ingredient spaghetti sauce, instead of having one of these buns, which will get quite large and probably too big for that, I thought maybe I would try my hand at some sourdough breadsticks. So here I am trying to get it as tiny as I possibly can. And I will make 4 of those, I think, and put those right on my sheet tray here. And aren't they beautiful? Look at that. I can't wait to see how they puff up and how beautiful they're going to be. But before I let them go for their second rise, they have to be covered, of course. And the best way to cover sticky sourdough is with a wet gauze type towel. Get them very wet and squeeze it out and just let them sit there for an hour, sometimes 2 hours. It all depends on how much or how big you want them to get. All right, I am just about ready to pop these in the oven. They look beautiful. These little chunks like that you'll see, they look like little weight pieces of whatnot. That is coconut oil. That's what happens to coconut oil when it gets cool. You know, somewhere below 77 or something like that. But in the oven, it just will melt away almost immediately as it goes in. So you don't taste it, you don't get a glob of that or anything. Believe me, you guys know, I have used coconut oil for just about everything, and that's just part of it, that's all. A lot of times I'll make these rolls just with some butter, melted butter on top, or in the actual buns themselves, and sometimes I use coconut oil. And last night when I was putting this together, I decided to go with the coconut oil. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and then I'll do the breadsticks as well. And then I'm going to do the old sesame seed buns, because I think that just makes a sandwich look so finished when the bun looks good and tastes good. All right, I will be right back and show you how beautiful these come out. What I generally like to do when I make this 2 ingredient delicious spaghetti sauce is take the sausages out of the sauce and just cut them all up into bite-sized pieces. I think it's just it's a nice way to serve sausage, or you can just leave them whole. A sausage and a half per person if you're having, company and you'd like to serve this sauce. It's absolutely delicious, and it makes the perfect amount of meat per person. And look at these rolls. Aren't they adorable? They're beautiful. They're golden, and oh, those precious little breadsticks. I love them, and I will tell you, as good as they looked, they were that delicious. And how nice to just stick it in this great big beautiful bowl of pasta and delicious sauce with yummy cheese spread all over the top. This is a wonderful, wonderful meal. All right, well, we worked hard in the kitchen today. All kinds of goodies going on in here. Those breadsticks, aren't they cute? I think they're so wonderful. They're gonna be so cute on the table in a little basket with that delicious sauce. I'm just gonna cook up some pasta and throw that sauce on. I might even toss on a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I think that would be very good. I know my husband would like that as well. But could it possibly be any easier? I'm telling you, you're gonna think little grandma was behind you in the kitchen all day today. Your house is gonna smell amazing, and you are going to get lots of smiles around the dinner table tonight with just 2 ingredients. Get the best 2 ingredients you can, and you'll have the best sauce maybe that you've ever had. All right, well, thanks again for stopping in. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now, and Lord bless.